The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Eagles who got the win on the road. So now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. From just shy of midfield, Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Eagles at 6-2 to start play. And they come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They go back to the ground with Sanders. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 3, second and a yard. They'll go again with hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of the game has a mental image of how they expected to go. And I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control. And that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there. Turned the ball over. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they work this out past the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Wentz finding McLaurin there for the Commanders first.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. So let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Wentz going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one. And I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Hurts sets up to throw it. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 33 yards that time.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. No score after 1 on EA Sports. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Off the option, here's Robinson.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles 17. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be third down. It's a sneak. It's Wentz.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
They'll roll him out right.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. From the 6.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Let's go now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
70 Timberwolves. Hey, smash Bronco. Ready?
Another run with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the... He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wound up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
To throw again on second down. Wentz taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Running right, here's Sanders. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Here's Hurts. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. To try again after the sack. Hurts. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Hurts to throw. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it, because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go option to the short side. He'll try to turn a corner, but he can't get there. And it's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
Come on.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to. He's got a man, complete. A big play there just before halftime, and even 40 yards. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Elliott is good. So add 3, all told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing. That could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd down and 6 to go.
Now, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now a 3rd down throw, but he misses the target, incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43.
They go play action with Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
To a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Jamin Davis.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here. But that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wentz. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. Wentz. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Throwing now is Wentz.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and goal, Wentz looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. 8 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Commanders have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good,
and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Commanders 14, Eagles 11.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. A big play there for Philly. And even 60 yards.
Well, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown from 10 yards out. And the Eagles have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. On play action, it's Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to love the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Jaquiski Tartt. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their face.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need.
And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The offense on 3rd down tonight. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. Incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Hurts.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are right back in this football game.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So after the INT, here's Wentz.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
61 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
18, 5 years. Rig alert.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This is Smith with a grab. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
19 strikes. 18 rubber. 18.
Back to throw again. And on the catch. And he loses the football a 2nd time.
And does Washington have it? They do.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy gives him a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Play action. Now Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle, and he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
94 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Once again with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.